So we've got Scotty back in. Hey Scotty, on a Saturday, and he is wire brushing down that rear beam and the springs on the 500 for that lady, and you can see that actually this is solid as you like. Well, I suppose it might be difficult for you to see. Scotty's taken most of it off now, but it was just the paint coming off the rear springs and the rear beam there, and he's wire brushing it all down. Then we're going to treat it. We've got the traditional crusty rear box, but it's a cover over the top of the actual box. So again, these get noted, but it's actually it's the second skin inside, which is the actual exhaust. So that's not really a problem either, but we'll tidy that up, and then we're good to go. Trouble with this one, see, is this is an easy one for an MOT tester to note that there's corrosion on the rear axle and the rear springs, and for an unscrupulous garage targeted on MOT repair work to say, well, you need a new rear beam and you need new rear springs, which clearly you don't. They're all actually in good condition. It's just that the paint's come off and the surface rust hit it. So Fiat 500s is an incredibly common thing to see this on MOT reports. I have had one before rust out. It was on the spring pan and it rusted out, but it is incredibly rare. So if you are getting that on a 500, or you're looking at a 500 that's got that as an advisory, don't be put off the car. Get under and have a look for yourself and see if it's just light surface rust. And this is something you could easily do at home. Jack the car up, just wire brush it down, give it a coating of something. You could just stone ship straight on this now, but if we do a conversion on it, it'll kill off the rust that's there, and then we can paint over the top. As I said, we are doing this free of charge for the lady, just to put her mind at rest, and then we'll give the car a clean and see what she wants to do about selling it, whether she wants me to keep hold of it and sell it, or whether she wants to take it back and continue using it. But she's not doing any miles in it at all. It's not doing the car any good. So it is probably the right thing for her to do, to sell it. Got a subscriber just gone out in the Twingo for a little test drive. Jess has come all the way down from Bristol to test drive the Twingo. And she turns out she's a Chops Garage fan, which is very kind of her to come down and try the car out like that. And I didn't think anybody of her age group watched my channel, to be honest. So shout out to you, Jess. So the Twingo's just sold to our subscriber, Jess. Thanks, Jess, for coming down that awful weather all the way from Bristol. And thanks for watching all the videos, really appreciated. So she's going to come pick it up next week at some point. There's a couple of things I want to do to it. I want to do the service on it, because I've got that up there. And the alternator belt that hasn't worked. We're going to sort that alternator belt out. I'm doing it while I've got Scotty here, because I've got a track record with alternator belts of, one, forgetting which way they route round, and two, getting very frustrated trying to get them to fit on. So while I've got Scotty here, we're going to try and tackle that. The service should be simple, famous last words, but we'll crack on with that. And yeah, obviously we've just actually secured herself the biggest discount I've ever given on any of the cars, I think, without taking the warranty off completely or selling it trade. But that was out of respect to Jess, one, coming all the way down here and having saved up the cash for the car herself. So credit where credit's due. She deserved a good deal on it. Scotty is James proofing it for me by drawing the way the tensioner runs, the belt runs over the tensioners. So if I'm on my own later on, excuse that, I was having a slurp. So if I have to do it on my own later on, I've still got an idea of where it is running to. Seems fairly simple to work on. I know rear-engined at the back of the car seems like it might be quite hard, but looking at it, it doesn't actually look that hard to work on. So, new belt on. Let's get the cover back on, get the wheel on and see if that stops the squeal from cold. It's not squealing obviously when it's warm, it's just from cold. There you go. Yeah, no squeal. Belt seems to have sorted it. Nice simple one. Thanks for your help again, Scotty. That wasn't too hard. We didn't need to use your diagram in the end. We were okay. Right, get on to the service. We're going to change the air filter, but we can't do the oil yet because I forgot I left my special Renault plug at home. I had it come in from Amazon the other day. So we'll just do the air filter first, which looks like it's just... Is it a pop-off one? Got a light there screw? Scott? Got a light there screw? Got a light there Scott? No, got a couple of talks to get out of the way first. So I think that's pretty strong evidence that that garage didn't do a service on it, because that air filter definitely needs changing. So next thing, Dacia has been making a bit of a tensioner belty noise on startup. So we just want to take the alternator belt off, start it up again and see if the noise disappears. If it does, we'll know it's either the belt or the tensioner. If it doesn't disappear, then we'll need to look at the cam belt side of things. It might be a cam belt tensioner, in which case we'll be doing a fuel cam belt on it, regardless of whether it needs it or not. Right, the noise is still there. So it sounds awful like it might be a cam belt tensioner. And as the car is idling up, it's getting a bit faster, isn't it? So I think that's going to be a cam belt tensioner, so need to have a cam belt done. Not something I fancy doing myself, so I'm going to have to outsource that, which, to be honest, on the margin in this car, it's not going to make it a very profitable sale at all, unfortunately. But it's what it is. As with mates turned up with supercars now. Woz has turned up with his Porsche, new Porsche. So a GTS with a 2.5 turbo. Yeah. I love the colour. 718 Cayman GTS. She sounds nice. What horsepower is that then?
About 365.
Oh, nice. I do like this colour combo. I'm thinking of doing my MGB Sebring in this colour. Oh, that's nice.
It's fitted in the same factory as the turbo, which is about 170 grand, so same standard finish.
Brave bringing that in today's weather as well, weren't you? It's gorgeous. We're in early, guys, because we're getting the Twingo service finished off, because I'm actually going to drive this up to Jess near Bristol. Now, I know I said I wasn't dropping cars off anymore, but I have actually got to go to Bridgewater and pick up a car from another dealer. We're going to pick up an automatic Mazda 2 on the 2012 with 50,000 miles on it. So we're going to try an auto. Now, I have done an auto once before. I did a Fiesta, which was a titanium. It had low miles, had a full service history, and I really struggled to sell it. So I am a bit nervous about taking an automatic on again, but I keep getting asked for them. Little Mazda 2 is obviously a small little car, 1.5 with the auto box. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. So yeah, when we get there, we'll do a little video picking that up as well. But yeah, we're going to finish off the oil and filter service on this. We did the air filter, didn't we? But I didn't have my sump plug for Renault, which I bought in this morning. Then Mrs. Chops is going to follow me up to Jess's, drop the car off, then take me to Bridgewater to pick up the Mazda, which I'm then going to bring back here. And then she might be taking me home again to get the MGB, so I can bring the MGB over here because I want the green MGB in, so I can start doing some of that over the winter. And I still need to get the Alpha finished, don't I? So a lot on today. Oh, and the caddy. I would go and pick up the caddy. Let's have the tyres done, bring it back here, change a couple of bits over there, so that's ready for the customer pick up today as well. So lots on today. So just draining off the remainder of the oil. Made a little bit of a mess on the floor there. It was a Renault oil filter on there. So the garage that said they did a service on it, unless they're getting genuine Renault parts in, I'm not so sure actually did the work, but obviously that's only my personal opinion, it's not a fact. But not the easiest one to get to. It's at the back of the engine and it's up a little bit. If I had it on ramps it'd be easy to get to, but on axle stands not so much. I had to crawl right in underneath there, use an extension on my claw to get it out. But yeah, we'll let it finish draining off and then I'll wriggle my slight frame underneath there again to get it back in again. The car dropped off to Jess and we're now on our way to Bridgewater to pick up this automatic Mazda, and we'll see what we think of that when we get there. Just picked up the little Mazda 2 automatic from Craig. I'll cover a little bit more about Craig and how I got the car and what Craig does in a bit. But what we're going to do before we head off any further is just check the tyre pressures before we get it back to the unit. And when we're back to the unit, we'll go over it and have a good look at a chat about how this car came about. Right guys, I can't show you the Mazda because I got back and oh, what a day. It's too dark now. Yeah, too dark. Just got the caddy back, you can't even see it, it's too dark. I got the caddy, I came back from picking up the Mazda, I picked up the caddy, brought it up here. That's why all this stuff's on the floor that I now need to tidy up. Changed out the map sensor and the MAF sensor and put another bottle of Forte in it before the guy picks it up. The Phillips head screws for the map sensor were rusted right in. and I ended up using about 1 million tools to try and get them out, including the Dremel to cut a flathead groove in it, so I could actually get one out. So it hasn't got enough fuel in it at the moment for me to go and test drive it and see if it's made any difference, but I'm not sure I'm going to, because it will get it filthy and I'll need to clean it again tomorrow morning before it can go out to the customer. So I'll have a conversation about that with him in the morning. The Mazda, we'll go through that with you, like I say, probably tomorrow when it's light, but it drove absolutely brilliantly. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to cover who sold that to me, and yeah, probably in the next video now. I don't know how much content I've got right now. But yeah, drove absolutely brilliant. Really, really nippy, automatic. Did well on fuel still. And yeah, didn't miss a beat. So that could be a good buy. It will be interesting to see how much that goes for in the end. My experience with the automatic Fiesta has scared me off them a little bit. We won something else today as well. Let me just show you that. I did do some bidding on BCA for the first time in ages. I've won this Nissan Note on a 2010 with 69,000 miles. Grade 3, so condition shouldn't be too bad. I won it for £1,500, probably slightly overpaid on this one. Won it for £1,500. Auto Trader says it's a 3195 car because it's got the sat nav, it's got the cruise control around electric windows. It's much higher spec than the other one I sold. But I sold the other one. What did I sell the other one for? 2795, something like that. I'm thinking this might end up being a 2995. So by the time I've done that and I put an MOT and all that, it might only be a 500 quid profit car. But I thought I'd try another one. We'll give it a go and see how we get on. Yeah, because with fees, that comes out. Yeah, fees are £251. Yeah, so 1760 total. I might be able to get it delivered for free because the chap that helped me out with the rear axle, I explained to him that the payment they made to me needed to be plus VAT, and he couldn't get it with plus VAT, so he said he'd do me a deal on delivery instead. Quick slurp of coffee. So that might reduce the cost a little bit. So, but like I say, by the time I've had it MOT'd, I'll be in it for like £2,000. Then there's a VAT, £2,000 warranty. Sorry, 2,200, and well, 2,150, 2,200 plus the warranty. So maybe 700 quid if I sell it for 2,995, and I don't have to do too much for the MOT. Hopefully it'll go through. I did look at the MOT history and I think I remember it being good. I'm sure you MOT warriors will be out there checking it for me now and coming back to me and telling me there's a raft of problems with it I need to be looking out for. I thought I checked it and it was okay. I can't remember offhand now, but I thought I'd give it a go. Stu Potts got in touch with me from Alpha Ragazzi. He's got a little Fiat 500 for me to have a look at. And if I pick up maybe 1 or 2 more cars, I think I've got all the stock for December I need, and a lot of it will be nearly ready, so I say that. And then I can get on with my projects a little bit, hopefully. But Jess would have got back from college now. We'll be looking at a Twingo, no doubt. So thanks again to her for coming all the way down to Chop's Garage. So yeah, I delivered that for. I did give her a decent discount, and I delivered it to her free of charge as well for being a star. Because her mum was telling me she worked 3 jobs to get the money together for the car, so she deserves a little bit extra on top. And I imagine she wanted it as quickly as she could get it. And I was going to Bridgewater anyway. It was about another hour or so on. But yeah, we did that for her. So hopefully you're happy, Jess. Well, what a crazy day. What a crazy day. I've got tools over. It's past. What is it? It's just coming at 7 o'clock now, actually. Sorry. Still got to put my tools away. I don't like to leave tools out before I go home. I know it looks like I do all over here, but we know the story about organising that. So I need to put the tools out tomorrow. I need to paint that Fiat 500 rear axle now. The Vatican, or whatever it's called. Vatican. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. The stuff we put on. It doesn't go black like Cure Rust does. I like the fact that Cure Rust goes black. It still stayed a little bit white on a lot of the stuff, which you can't see because it's too dark again. I need to stone chip that and put that back together and clean the car for her. I am doing it all for free, and I just can't send it back dirty like that. We didn't do it. That's how she gave it to us, but I think it should go back clean. Do that, get that gone to her. I've got my little Bizzle steam cleaner you all told me to get, so we'll have a go at the seats on the Skoda. It's not an app, is it? Skoda Citigo tomorrow on that. I'm saying I'm getting all this stuff done tomorrow. I don't see myself doing it because I still need to get the silver Alpha cleaned off and paint the wheels on that so we can get that app fully up for sale. I might do the Citigo first though, because all I need to do is clean the seats and give it another clean on the Citigo. Everybody said don't put stickers on it, so we'll try it without stickers first. So I've got to do that, clean the Citigo, seats, clean the outside, photograph it, put that out for sale, paint the rear axle on this, get this cleaned, put that together, get onto the silver Alpha, clean it, paint the wheels, get the Mazda, clean the Mazda, get it MOT'd, and then where are we? Then we need to get to the Kia, do the rear caliper on the Kia, take the Dacia down to Stuart to get the cam belt done. He's doing a cam belt for me on a Dacia because we took the belt off, didn't we? I took the belt off the Dacia, put the alternator belt off the Dacia, and it's still got a noise like a tensioner, so it's going to be the cam belt tensioner, so we'll do the cam belt tensioner on that. So get that done, Stuart, get that done. Do the rear caliper on the Kia, so that's completely ready for sale. So yes, still got plenty on. Still spinning lots of plates around. I've got to arrange the my light's gone out. Got to arrange the delivery of this Nissan Note as well. Get this down and then get that down for MOT as quickly as possible for that. So I want to have all my December stock all ready. Like within the first week of December, I want it all ready. And even if sales are slow, then at least the cars are there ready for the January. And then I can get on my project, as I keep saying. Anyway, that's it for this vid. Thanks for bearing with me while I babbled on there. And I'll see you on the next one, and we'll have lots of stuff going on that one.